Hi everybody, welcome to the session of electrical circuits. In this session, I would like to deal with maximum power transfer theorem, especially for DC circuits. First of all, let me consider a simple circuit in which I consider a voltage source V and in series with a resistance R connected to a load. Let us consider the load resistance as RL and consider the current passing through the circuit as I. Here, the magnitude of current passing through this circuit I varies as the load resistance is going to vary. And for a particular value of load resistance, the power transmitted to the load will be maximum. This is what actually the maximum power transfer theorem is going to state. The statement of maximum power transfer theorem will be as mentioned here. The power transferred to a load resistance RL will be maximum when its magnitude is equal to the Thevenin resistance, that is R Thevenin of the given circuit. That is the reason why this theorem is considered as the application, one of the applications of Thevenin's theorem. Let us see how it is going to be true. You can also consider this as a proof for maximum power transfer theorem. First of all, let me write down the equation for the power. The power is equal to power transfer to the load RL is equal to current square I square multiplied by RL, and we know that I is equal to I is the current passing through this circuit, which is equal to V by R plus RL. I am substituting that, then I get V square by R plus RL whole square multiplied by RL. And we know in order to have the maximum or minimum value of a particular parameter, the first derivative of that one with respect to a variable will be equal to 0. Here, if you consider dP by dRL, which is equal to 0, here V is a constant, hence we can take it as outside, that implies, and this is something like d by dx of u by v, so u dv minus v du by v square. Using that formula, first I am taking the derivative of RL with respect to dRL, then we get 1 multiplied by R plus RL whole square minus of, and the derivative of R plus RL whole square denominator, which gives rise to 2 into R plus RL multiplied by the numerator RL whole divided by square of the denominator R plus RL whole square, which is equal to 0. So if you take this to the right hand side, it will become equal to 0. Then we will be left over with R plus RL whole square, and if you simplify this term, we get minus 2R RL minus 2 RL square is equal to 0. And here simplify using a plus b whole square, you get R square plus RL square plus 2R into RL minus 2R into RL minus 2RL square is equal to 0. Here plus 2R RL minus 2R RL will be cancelled each other, and plus RL square minus 2RL square will give us minus RL square, which gives rise to R square minus RL square is equal to 0. That implies from this we get the magnitude of RL is equal to R, which is the series resistance of the circuit R. Generally, when you consider the Thevenin's equivalent, this resistance is nothing but R Thevenin. And if substitute the value of RL is equal to R in the equation, we get the maximum value of power. Hence we get P max is equal to, substitute in this equation, V square by, in the place of RL we substitute R, we get R plus R whole square multiplied by RL is equal to R. So V square by R plus R is 2R, whole square is 4R square multiplied by R. So finally we get the magnitude of P max as equal to V square by 4R. So that is how we can have the derivation for maximum power transfer to a load. Next we shall go through a few problems by which we can have the illustration much better. So here we have got example 1. In this example 1, we are given a circuit having a current source of 6 amperes in parallel with 10 ohm resistance, and another source is 68 volts, and we are asked to find out the maximum power transfer to the load resistance RL. In order to do that, first we need to find out the Thevenin resistance, and for that value of load resistance, which is equal to R Thevenin, the power transferred will be equal to maximum, and also we need to find out Thevenin's voltage also. Here, if you observe carefully, this current source can be transferred into voltage source. So I am taking that first. So this gives rise to 6 into 10, that is 60 volts, such that the bottom one is positive and upward will be negative, in series with 10 ohm resistance, and in series to that 3 ohms, and here 68 volts battery is there between the terminals A, and this is 2 ohms B. Here we are going to connect the load resistance RL, and if you consider V Thevenin, here we get VAB, and this is plus 68. As no current is going to flow through this particular circuit, because once you open circuit, no current will flow through this particular path, hence the voltage drop will be equal to 0 through all these resistances. Plus 60 is equal to 0, and from this we get VAB is equal to minus 128 volts. So it meant to say that VBA is equal to plus 128. That implies VBA is equal to, now which is the Thevenin's voltage, 128 volts, and R Thevenin is nothing but we have to short circuit all, as these two sources are voltage sources, we have to short circuit it in order to make it idle. Then we get all the three resistances put together in series like this. So to find R Thevenin, 10 ohms, 3 ohms, this is A, and here short circuit the 68 volt source, and 60 volt source is being short circuited here, and this is B. All are connected in series. This is 10, 3 and 2. Hence we get RAB, which is equal to R Thevenin as 15 ohms. So once we find out V Thevenin and R Thevenin, we can use the formula for finding out the maximum power transmitted. P max is equal to, we have already derived the formula earlier, V square by 4R, and that is equal to 128 square divided by 4 into 15, that is equal to, we get if you simplify this, 273.07 watts. That is how we have to simplify the problem. Next, let us go for the second example here, in which we are given a Wheatstone bridge. A load resistance RL is connected between the terminals B and D, and we are asked to find out the magnitude of RL, so that the power transmitted to that resistance will be maximum. Ultimately, we need to find out Thevenin resistance between the terminals B and D. So in order to do that, first of all, one source is there between A and C, so it is a voltage source, hence it requires a short circuit. First I am representing the terminals here. This is A, B, and this is C, D. We need to find out the equivalent resistance between B and D. Here we have got 2 ohms. This is 1 ohm. And this is 5 ohms. This is 3 ohms. And these two terminals are shorted because this is the voltage source. And we have to make it equal to 0. And we need to find out the equivalent resistance between B and D. So we get RBD is equal to R Thevenin. Now if you move from B to D, we get these two paths, and here this is a point or line, whatever it may be. It is a short circuit. So 2 and 1 are in parallel, and 3 and 5 are in parallel, and put together they are in series. So this is 2 is in parallel with 1 ohm plus 3 in parallel with 5 ohms. That is equal to 2 into 1, 2 by 3, plus 3 into 5, 15 by 8. And if you simplify this, you get a value of 2.54 ohms. So that means to say that for a load resistance of 2.54 ohms, it receives the maximum power. That is how we can simplify the problems using maximum power transfer theorem. This is one of the applications of Thevenin's theorem. That's all for this video. Please subscribe to my channel in order to get more updates and more videos. Thank you.